are listening to one of the nation's oldest majority African-American community orchestras, and lucky for you, you don't have to watch them through a screen. You can experience this masterpiece in person at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters. Joining me to discuss the Scott Joplin Chamber Orchestra making their way to Dallas this weekend, event chair, Dr. Vivian Bradley Johnson. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me, Tashara.
Yeah, so happy to have folks back in studio, okay? Tell us what is happening on Saturday.
Yes, on Saturday, we're just excited. After a year of being on hold, we will have an evening of the Scott Joplin Chamber Orchestra from Houston.
Which is a very big deal. Who is presenting this event and who does it benefit?
The African American Museum is presenting the event, and it's benefiting our youth educational program for the museum.
Now, this event is honoring some very special North Texans. Who are they?
We have Miss Gloria King, Dean Hill, but also we have a special tribute that we're making to the late Miss Billie K. Roberts. Miss Roberts was an accomplished musician. She actually impacted the lives of many, and so we want to actually recognize her that night.
Very nice. What is so unique? I've had the opportunity to see the Scott Joplin Chamber Orchestra in person before and listen to them, and they are just incredible. What is so unique about this particular orchestra?
Yes. What is unique, they have the name of Scott Joplin, but they play a variety type of music. We will be playing music around actually classical music. We'll have spirituals. You'll even hear John Legend's song. And there's a piece from Whitney Houston. So it's unique because we have African Americans actually coming together, instrumentalists, actually providing music on Black composers. Black composers that we really don't hear a lot about. This orchestra actually plays music that are written by Black composers.
I tell you what, I learned a lot about them when I witnessed them in person. What was it, a year plus ago at this point?
Yes.
Share a little bit about the organization's history. Why was it important for Dr. Ann Lundy? We actually just saw her there on the screen, the founder and conductor, to create this organization.
Yes. Number one, Dr. Lundy out of Houston felt that it was necessary for African Americans to come together and play, because you often don't see that in orchestras. Also, we wanted to be an example to the community and also our young people to know that they can also, there are people who look like them in orchestras and they can actually be in an orchestra also. And again, as I stated, we don't typically hear a lot about Black composers. And so Dr. Lundy wanted to actually share pieces written by Black composers, and that's what you'll hear on Saturday.
I absolutely love that. Why was it important, and you've kind of alluded to a whole lot of this throughout this conversation, but why was it important for the African American Museum to bring this orchestra here to North Texas from Houston?
It was very important because, again, we feel that our children needs to be exposed to these types of cultural events. I know as a child, this was not always available to me. And so we believe that it helps in their learning. They would actually gain knowledge about these types of pieces, these composers, and again, know that this is something that could possibly help them as they develop as growing up.
And speaking of the children, there are going to be some very important young people performing this Saturday. Tell us about them.
Yes, the Billie K. Roberts Choral, Youth Choral, will actually perform. Because this choral is named after the Miss Roberts that we're going to be paying tribute to, we are actually going to have them to sing. They'll be doing a medley. They'll also be actually singing with the choir, with the orchestra. We're going to be doing Happy. They're also going to be doing Lift Every Voice and Sing. So I think it's going to be very nice to come and see our young people actually participating in this event as well. I
love this one, and we got to get through this one quickly. Is this affordable? How much are the tickets? How can people get tickets?
Absolutely. The price starts at $15, $25, and up to $75. And with the $75 VIP ticket, you are able to actually have dinner after the performance with the orchestra.
Oh, y'all getting real fancy around here. You can get those tickets, by the way, on Ticketmaster.com. All that information is right there on your screen. Dr. Vivian Bradley Johnson, thank you so much for joining us here
Thank you so much for having me.
In studio.